Misdirection is the act of diverting one's attention away from a focus area, and it's also the act of giving wrong directions. But don't worry, this video is not about driving. Misdirection is a big part of making a routine go from good to amazing, and this plays a big role into the tricks that magicians make. There are so many different tricks available to us in the magic community, and almost every single one of us uses a form of misdirection. Now, I'd like to say this right now before I continue any further. Many of my new viewers are not magicians, and don't know too much about how it works. If you like the anonymity of the way these tricks work, this video will not be for you. With that disclaimer said, most magic tricks, if not all, have a form of misdirection in them whether or not it seems like it. Misdirection can be something as simple as what is known as a double lift. As the name suggests, the idea is to pick up two cards as one and present it as one. This, mind you, indeed is a form of misdirection according to the definition we started with. The use of a double lift misdirects a person away from what is actually happening, but this type of misdirection is not visual, but instead cognitive. Implanting thoughts into someone else's head is a perfect way to make magic tricks work. With all that said, you must keep in mind that there are definite and intentional misdirection techniques that exist. Similarly, this video topic closely relates to my last My Thoughts On video, where I described the idea of hustling and give my opinion on it. Give a watch if you haven't already. Thanks. Links in the descriptions, by the way. As I mentioned, there are multiple types of misdirection that someone might use in a routine, and one of my favorite examples comes from the very popular trick known as the ambitious card routine. This routine has a lot of very advanced sleights and intricate moments where the misdirection is key. In fact, I did a performance on this very trick last year on the 4th of July, so I suggest you check it out. The video is playing on screen right now and will also be in the link in the description if you're interested in seeing what the performance looks like. In this routine specifically, there are 3 key moments in which you must use pattern and visual misdirection to accomplish a task. The first part comes from the part of the routine where I must do what's known as a waist flip over move. Not very formal name, I'm aware. This move is used to achieve a believable and very realistic looking card that seems to be one in itself. In reality, by doing this move 10 seconds prior to anything with the card, this makes the move very great and easy to achieve the double lift that was needed to do here. Now, bear with me here, non-magicians. I'm going to explain my thoughts on misdirection and get through the boring magician talk very soon. Stick around for a performance I personally think that anyone would enjoy, regardless of what you are. The next move I must do is one of the coolest transitions that I've ever seen to date. And while it is not most technically difficult, it is one of the hardest to pull off without anybody noticing. The main objective of this type of move is to let everyone else see what is happening except for the person you're performing for. That is, to make the person you are directly performing for seem silly and allow everyone to have a good laugh. As demonstrated here, I have the person I am performing for push the card into the deck, but little do they know that is not their card. Their card is actually in my mouth at this time they are pushing the card into the deck, and the way I achieved this was by splitting the deck into 2 halves, giving them the half that doesn't have their card but they think it is in that half, and have them push it in. All I have to do now is slide my cards into my mouth while they are looking down at the deck and pushing the card in. All attention is focused on a different task completely, and as a result, even things that should be obvious aren't. Now, I know that I mentioned there are 3 different misdirection pieces in this performance, but the last one is sort of boring and complicated for non-magicians to understand completely. So if you care enough, do a Google search of the Mercury card fold, ambitious card routine. Now, moving on to the more exciting part of the video. I'll be talking about one of the most famous misdirection artists and pickpockets in the world, Mr. Apollo Robbins. I highly recommend watching the full performance of Apollo's misdirection act because it is so well executed and entertaining. If you don't want to bother, allow me to explain what he is doing in a lot of these quick routines. Apollo uses the idea of someone's focal point to misdirect his viewers away from what he needs to do, which is sort of predictable, but the way he does it is a little bit different. Apollo uses people's senses and touch to misdirect them from things that they would otherwise be completely oblivious of. For example, one of the scariest examples of this is being able to steal someone's watch directly off of their wrist. They are completely oblivious of this. Apollo also takes it one step further by removing multiple things from the person until the end of the act, where he then presents everything he had removed. Apollo has also demonstrated many times in which he has removed wallets and phones from people's pants, which is not an easy task to do. Overall, his performance is smooth and entertaining to watch, and he has no problem with communication and keeping the audience engaged. All in all, misdirection is something that can't be avoided in magic, but it is a great tool for not only magicians, but also for entertainers like Apollo. I really do suggest that you look up some more performances from not only Apollo Robbins, but more performances that have misdirection in general. In my opinion, it is very fun and easy to dissect where the misdirection comes into play. Not only is it fun, but it is also very good at teaching you when you could possibly use it in your own routines. With that being said, I want to thank you all so much for watching this episode of My Thoughts On. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel, and I'll be sure to get on to the next video of the series. Peace out. Alright, a little bit of behind the scenes here if you guys are interested. Here's the script I was reading off of my laptop. I have it double-sided so I can see the next page as I'm going through. That was essentially what the light was coming off of me when you're seeing this. So I had my camera positioned in a way that the room would be lit up, even though without the laptop it is kind of dark in here. So, you know, opening up the laptop gave me a lot of light, and it also gave me a good angle on which to, in which to do some filming. So here's some pictures I might be using in the routine. This is actually after I recorded and edited a video entirely. So I decided to cut this video out. If you don't follow me on the Magic Amino app, you wouldn't know this, but I made an entire video from scratch, ripped it out, got rid of it, and then I filmed this one. So this is the new and improved version. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you next time. Peace out.